Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me. Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. And today I am bringing to y'all my March TBR. Can you believe that February is nearly over? Although, Minnie's uncomfortabilised my whole blanket situation. Look, this has fallen down. It's all happening. She must hate it. When I get in on a Wednesday and she's sitting in this chair having a lovely time, she will shoot me then, and I'd say, move Minnie, so I can film. She doesn't like it, so she's just sat there eviling me at the moment. Today I'm bringing to you my March TBR. I cannot believe that February is over already. However, it isn't really over. It's the 22nd of February. So I'm filming my March TBR a little bit ahead of time. But I've got a lovely Wednesday afternoon with a nice bit of light outside, so I thought I'd just go for it. So I will start with my book club books as I normally do. So in my work book club, we will be reading The Muse by Jessie Burton. I have made use of the library this month. There's quite a few library books I want to get through this month. The Muse by Jessie Burton, who is the author who wrote The Miniaturist. I didn't really get on very well with The Miniaturist, but now, having chatted to Simon since then, he said that there's a character in The Miniaturist that's based on Mrs. Danvers from Rebecca. Makes me want to reread it, and maybe I'll come to it with a new mind. I think I went to it feeling highly pumped for it and was a bit disappointed, but I'm sure it's going to be good anyway. However, this reads well. On a hot July day in 1967, Adele Bastian climbs the stone steps of the Skelton Gallery in London, knowing that her life is about to change forever. Having struggled to find her place in the city since she arrived from Trinidad 5 years ago, she has been offered a job as a typist under the tutelage of the glamorous and enigmatic Marjorie Quick. But though Quick takes Adele into her confidence and unlocks a potential she didn't know she had, she remains a mystery, no more so than when a lost masterpiece with a secret history is delivered to the gallery. What? In my online book club, which I run on Facebook with some pals, we are going to be reading Ethel and Ernest by Raymond Briggs. So I read this last year, cried, had to have grip David afterwards, both arms, like this. Super sad. This was made into a animation over Christmas, which I never got to watch. So I'm going to reread it, then hopefully try and get hold of the dramatisation that happened over Christmas. We haven't read any graphic novels with either of my book clubs, and I wanted that to change. So with my online book club, I thought we would start with this, having been on the TV recently, and I just think that this has probably got something in it for everyone. So I'm really looking forward to rereading this and then watching the dramatisation. So those are the two for book clubs. Pop those guys over there. Then in February, so far, as I said, it is the 22nd of February. Earlier this year, I did a 2017 TBR, which I called the best of the best, which included a lot of which included a lot of books that a lot of people had mentioned in their best books of 2016. On watching these best books of 2016, I was like, bloody hell, I've got a lot of these. I need to crack on and read some of them. So that TBR included 10 books, and I read Hold Your Own in January, and I planned to read The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry in February. I didn't get round to reading The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry in February. I had lots on. I had Cosy Reading Night. I've had other books that I've needed to read. I just haven't got round to it, which is shocking. So hopefully March will be the month that I read it. Again, this is about a woman, Cora Seaborn. It's set in 1893. Cora's husband dies, and she moves to the Essex countryside with her son. And accompanied by her son Francis, a curious, obsessive boy, she leaves town for Essex, where she hopes fresh air and open space will provide the refuge they need. When they take lodgings in Colchester, rumours reach them from further up the estuary that the mythical Essex Serpent, once said to roam the marshes claiming human lives, has returned to the coastal parish of Aldwinter. Cora, a keen amateur naturalist with no patience for religion or superstition, is immediately enthralled, convinced that what local people think is a magical beast may be a previously undiscovered species. It does sound like I'm going to be banging to it. So may even get to start this by the end of February, hopefully. Then I've got two books here, one from this month's Moth Box and one from last month's Moth Box. Trio by Sue G. I'd like to get ahead so I'm not being a naughty girl and buying new Moth Boxes, having not read the other ones. And I loved Call of the Undertow so much. This was the book that came with the Call of the Undertow as well. This is set in the winter of 1937, set in remote like moorland in Britain is my bag. Stephen Coulter, a young history teacher, is filled with sadness and longing at the death of his wife. Through a charismatic colleague, Frank Embleton, and Frank's sister Diana, he is drawn to a beguiling world world of a group of musicians and falls gradually under their spells. But as war approaches, a decision is made which calls all their lives quite shockingly into conclusion. So want to read that. And then this month, I haven't even hauled this yet. I opened these on my Instagram stories. I got the Harrowing Times by Sharon Duggal. This is set in the 80s and follows the Agarwal family and something horrific that happens to them. And I cannot wait to read this. So looking forward to that. And then lastly, 2 books that I've just picked up from the library. God, they feel so light. These are both really short. I think both of them might be under 200 pages. No, they're not. I've looked on it. One's 210. The other one's 220. I'm a liar. The first one is Kissing the Witch by Emma Donoghue. Sorry if this is really glary and shiny. Emma Donoghue is the author of Room, which I read and absolutely adored. I tried to read The Scarlet Letter by Emma Donoghue. Did not enjoy it. This was recently a pick on the Feminist Book Club and I couldn't get hold of it in time. I think there's like 1 copy working its way around Kent. And it's finally come to me. And it's fairy tale short stories, and they're sort of like all interwoven. So one character story will end, and then the next story will be about a character that was in that story, and it's sort of like inside. Russian Dolls springs to mind. Somebody might have said that once. I can't remember who. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that. And then I've also got Human Acts by Han Kang. I read The Vegetarian last year. It was one of my favourite books of the year, and have been meaning to get to Human Acts, so ordered that in at the library. So those are the books. Oh, one more. Mercedes, Simon and I did a buddy read of The Good People by Hannah Kent in January, and was it January? I think it was. And we all really, really enjoyed doing that and having a little buddy read, so we decided to do another one. So in March, I believe, we're going to be reading Emotionally Weird by Kate Atkinson. I'm a big Kate Atkinson fan, as is Simon. Mercedes has only recently come to Kate Atkinson. Mercedes and I both listened to the audiobook of Case Histories, which is a crime series following a detective, Jackson Brodie, and she really enjoyed that, so we said, well, let's read some more. So we're going to read Emotionally Weird by Kate Atkinson. As I said, I love Kate Atkinson. My favourite of hers, probably Behind the Scenes at the Museum, but I also really love Life After Life. If you guys are Kate Atkinson fans, let me know which ones you enjoy the most, and do let me know. So this is the old March TBR. Let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know if you're looking forward to any of them, and what you've got planned to read in March, because I'd love to hear it. And I'll see you all again soon for another BookTube video. Goodbye!